Hello, everybody. So I am currently sitting in my truck. It is currently like 10:15, or no, like 9. It's just shy of 10 o'clock in the evening right now. I have just gotten out of the theater to watch Inside Out 2, and I want to give my thoughts. First off, Bad Batch review coming out later this month. Not gonna break my promise on that, so this video is going out after that. And it's gonna be edited, obviously, to edit out all the uhs and ums that I'm inevitably going to say. This movie, Riley is 13 years old and is getting ready to go into high school. She is advancing to the next stage of her hockey career, going from middle school level to high school level. Judging by the reaction that Riley gave at the very last frame of the film, leads me as a viewer to believe that she made varsity as a freshman, which means she's the second hockey player in the history of the school girls hockey team to make varsity as a freshman. And so that's happening externally. Internally, Riley gets new emotions. She gets ennui, which is boredom, embarrassment, envy, and anxiety. And anxiety basically tries to take the wheel, and she ends up putting Riley in an anxiety attack. And Joy said something that stood out to me watching the film. It was, "You don't get to decide who Riley is." Oh, by the way, my lips are very red. I've been eating a lot of popcorn, all the sodium and butter and stuff. But you don't get to decide who Riley is. Talking to anxiety, and that spoke volumes to me because, not even as a person in psychology, just as a person who hopes one day to achieve self-actualization, which is the highest level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Right now, I'm probably at stage 4. I'm definitely not at stage 3, but I am at stage 4, which is considered the lowest level in order to be, like, content, happy. But the sort of the thesis of the movie and of Inside Out in general is no one emotion gets to determine your whole person, your whole personality, your whole humanity. You can't be anxious forever, you can't be happy forever, you can't be sad forever. There's gonna come a time when these feelings, these emotions will pass. And it's okay to feel these emotions, but what isn't okay is to let them consume you and eat you up inside, whether they're positive or negative. Otherwise, you're never going to move forward. This movie was simple yet deep. It was a simple yet deep movie, as opposed to being shallow and complex, which is the opposite of simple and deep. The biggest thing, I didn't really cry during this film because films don't really affect me that much. I'm not, and that's just my personality. I'm not that passionate about filmmaking or video making because it's just a hobby for me. But as someone who does art, and I love music. Music does that for me what film doesn't. But as someone who partakes in art, I can see why people get choked up at this because it's beautiful. But the thing that sort of made me go, oh, was, in a good way, was, during the end credits, they had the Pixar babies, all of the infants of the employees at Pixar Studios that were born during production of the movie, which I thought was absolutely touching. And oh my God, because I hope one day to be a father. One day, hopefully, maybe, possibly, when I'm in like my late 20s, early 30s. One last thing, and then I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts here. So I did not think that this was the greatest Pixar film ever made. I did not think that this movie was better than Inside Out 2, or Inside Out 1, excuse me. Inside Out 2 is not better than Inside Out 1. Because Inside Out 1 is the greatest, it's not the greatest Disney movie ever made, but it is the greatest Pixar movie ever made. There are only two Disney films for me personally that have a 10 out of 10 rating from me, and that's Robin Hood and from the 1970s and Inside Out, the original from 2015. This movie is as close to perfection as you can get. And so for me, this is still a phenomenally good film. Just because it's not as good as the original doesn't mean it is bad at all. To me, this is a 9 out of 10 film. And these are the stories that that we want. Stories like Turning Red, Encanto, Inside Out, both 1 and 2. We want stories like this, or I want stories like this. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. This movie is a 9 out of 10. It's a simplistically deep movie. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Oops, sorry about that. What did you think about the movie? Leave your thoughts in the comments if you saw them. Hopefully this was as spoiler free as I could make it if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I will talk to all of you later. Bye.